Hello, Warriors of Light. Welcome to another live letter overview, thoughts, everything like that. Go over and tell you why I'm excited for this patch, and it kind of works out pretty good for me because PoE 2 and Last Epoch got a season coming out too. So for me, it works pretty good for me. But I am very curious of your overall thoughts. But we're gonna go through over this just in case you guys haven't. I am late to it, but I like going over these things. I like talking about these things. It's really fun to talk about MMOs and ARPGs. So, anyways, just starting off that March 25th will be the start date of 7.2, and then they showed us the trailer. Trailer was really, really good. Pretty interested into the MSQ, where the MSQ is going to go, because we technically only have one more patch after this. So we'll have to see exactly, because Dawn Trail is supposed to end at 7.3, and then we're kind of leading into 7.4, 7.5 for the next expansion. So we should have one more after this, and then we'll see where it ends with Dawn Trail. And then they are showing us the new dungeon, the new trial. Pretty excited for the new trial. They do show the mount later, but I might actually do the extreme. I know I won't be doing the Savage raid just because I just won't have time with PoE 2 and Last Epoch. So I unfortunately won't be able to do the Savage, but I will be doing the normal at least. It's just hard being a dad and having time for raid time, you know. I don't have much time. Only a few hours a day, right? So pretty casual play here. Kind of casual. I'd say maybe above tier, maybe casual. I don't know. I play a lot, listen to a lot of things, and but still, not super hardcore. I can't play 10 hours a day. so yeah, Savage will be 1 week after 7.2. So I think that's like April 1st. I think it's literally on April Fool's Day. So yeah, then we got the Savage, and then we got the new PvP. Well, it's not really new. It's the returning map, but they updated the map, which does look a lot better than before, because, man, I hated running up this hill. I don't know if you guys remember this one where you have to run up the hill, but yeah, it's nice that they have teleporters and stuff like that. So the Unreal is one of the Stormblood trials. I still have not done the Unreal stuff. I don't know. Maybe I should. But yeah, oh yeah, they had the new corn server. I actually forgot about this. They have job adjustments as well, but we don't really know. They did say melee DPS will get buffs and might be more difficult to keep uptime. We tried so hard to nerf Picto, but we have to. Picto will get nerfed. So they are actually nerfing Picto. I wonder how they're going to nerf it. Don't really know. All I know is Picto's doing really good. I'm not the guy that has done raids, so I don't know how the damage and everything's going or anything like that. So I don't have much to say on this. Not yet. Eventually I will get to raid. I just don't have much time right now to raid. So I definitely do want to raid. I mean, I've done a little bit of Savage. I've done a little Extreme. I've never done an Ultimate yet, but I will get there one day. One day. So yeah, then we got new roles for action large scale PvP, which is interesting. I think they talk about it a little bit down here, but then they got the Temple of Corn that's going to be updated as well. But yeah, so it doesn't go into the, I think it's later on with the roles and actions, but it gives you like just a brief thing of like what's going on here. But then we get to the Cosmic Exploration. We're getting the Crescent Moon. Cosmic Exploration 7.21, which is good for me because it's a month after patch. And literally, I think Last Epoch and PoE 2 is April 2nd and April 4th. So I will get a few weeks before Cosmic Exploration comes out, because I really want to do Cosmic Exploration. So, because I never, for me personally, I have never, I know people are talking about like this is another like Ishgard Restoration, Island Sanctuary. I've done all of the Island Sanctuary. I've got every achievement in Island Sanctuary. But I have never done Ishgard Restoration. I've not experienced it. I don't know exactly what it, it's going to be nice to finally be there at the very beginning of something. So I haven't got to do the Ishgard Restoration. So it's going to be nice for me personally. And I imagine a lot of new players who have not played back in Heaven's War days, this will be a first for them as well. So for me, I'm personally excited for Cosmic Exploration, just because it's something, it is new for me. I've never done it. So yeah, and then yeah, we got the 7.1. Then we got footage of this the raid, which the raid looks pretty ridiculous. I'm very curious. Another thing, I did watch Mr. Happy's video on this. where I didn't notice it at first, but supposedly if you listen to the music, that maybe his attacks line up with the music. And it looks like it does. So that'd be kind of very interesting. Because I don't think they've done this before. If you guys, the raiders out there, if you guys know, you can give me a heads up if you want to comment down below. But yeah, I was going over through the first fight in the raid here. And yeah, so yeah, showing the moves or whatever. But I don't know, it looks really fun. I'm always excited for the raid series. I like the last one. It was a good time. I think Honeybee, with all the hearts, I really liked that fight. And the last fight was cool too. I really like the song in the last fight. So I imagine they're gonna nail it with the music and everything. So pretty excited for that. So next PvP, but gear is first. First is tank. Now the gear itself, I am not the biggest fan. I like the weapons personally. Like this looks like Doomfist, like that is some big monk weapons, but the gear itself, not really my favorite personally. This one's not too bad. I like this one. But yeah, I don't know. But the weapons, I actually like the weapons, but a lot of the gear set, it's not really my style. It's a different style, but it's not my style. Me though, I'm the guy that likes big plated, spiked armor, I like all that kind of. I like the medieval kind of stuff. So this is not really my vibe. This sword is kind of sick though. But yeah, it's just not really my vibe. But hey, some people out there you'll enjoy that. PvP updates. So yeah, this is the PvP, which is going to be very interesting. With players may select 1 to 3 actions available for each role. So we're going to get like these new abilities with the PvP action with Rampage, Stone Skin 2, Swift, and Dervish comments. But they're going to be able to pick these. I'm really curious how this is going to be. I think it definitely will spice it up a little bit more. That's for sure. Which I think Frontlines in that needs a little bit more spice in. I was thinking for Frontlines or like PvP, which this might help. I think it's going to spice it up a little bit and make it a little more interesting, personally, because they have done a good job with the PvP. Like they've been like changing PvP stuff, as in like abilities and everything, which I think have been pretty good. For I've enjoyed myself PvP. But Frontlines, I was thinking that they could spice it up with. I thought I was thinking like. Like Gears of War, they have like the weapons out on the map and you have to go get the more powerful weapons. I thought it'd been kind of cool if there was like stuff that we can go out and it like maybe it increases your attack speed, or there's like a power one where your power kind of like spice it up where it's just more kind of like fun, not worrying about balance and stuff. And then, it's like, oh, do I have to go for this point or should I go for the power up and then try to come over and take this point, something like that. But they are spicing up with this, which is going to give us some more actions and more like variety of gameplay on this. So very curious how this plays out. I'm kind of curious if you guys down below that play PvP, how you're feeling about the role actions. So yeah, me personally, I'm kind of excited to see how it feels and how different it is. And then yeah, we got the teleporters now that are in this map. I don't know if you guys remember this. They did add a yeah, so the teleporters here. They did add a golden, right? Where is it? Right here. Yeah, golden, which more points probably. So you're gonna have to go for like the golden one. But yeah, I'm curious. I'm kind of glad this one's back as well. Personally, I would love to see more, battlegrounds. So like, I think like Frontlines is fine. They got the 4 maps or whatever, but I would really like to see like more game modes, especially now that they got like this PvP, like everyone has the way they like redid PvP and stuff. I think we should get like capture the flag or something like that. So maybe next expansion, Yoshi P, if you're listening, like let's get some more fun battlegrounds, not just more frontline maps or rival. Well, I don't think Rival Wing's gotten much of anything, but like let's get some like capture the flag something, kind of have the PvP now, which Crystal Conflict is good. I do like Crystal Conflict, but yeah, I would like to have just fun modes, battlegrounds. So yeah, like an 8 versus 8 or even 5 versus 5 if you want to, but capture the flag. Totally down. Yeah, very curious. I think role actions is the most interesting thing. I have to see how it feels, obviously, but it spices it up though, so that's good. And then this is the Tome Steer gear now, which is obviously from Final Fantasy IX. I've never played Final Fantasy IX, but I do like this body armor personally. Again, I'm the guy that likes the plated armor. Even he looks like a guard, right? Like a knight guard. But I do like this style personally, and this one as well. This one, it's all right. These are all right, you know. It's all right. It's Final Fantasy IX, I guess. I don't know the characters very well, so because I haven't played that one yet. They got Picto. But yeah, Tombstone gear. Definitely want this one, and probably this one. But that's just because it's my style. Everyone has different styles, so but me, I'm the plated guy. All right. And then yeah, cosmic exploration. One I'm very excited for this. Actually, I will probably never ever get the top leaderboard thing, which we'll talk about here. But I'm excited. I'm very curious how this goes, and you know, again, what they've learned from Ishgard Restoration. I never played at the time, so I'll be watching other people's opinions and how they think this content will be, because I can't go from, well, this is how Ishgard Restoration was, and this is how Cosmic Exploration was. I can go from Island Sanctuary, because I do see some Island Sanctuary stuff in here. I did play the crap out of Island Sanctuary, but UI looks pretty good up here, nice and clean. Like I said, it looks like Island Sanctuary. Stuff right there. They did say that all the stuff that you gather in here will be its own inventory, which is good. That is a plus there. But yeah, we're pretty much gonna go out do these missions. Looks like leaf quests must be like the leaf quest ones must be the really small ones, right? And then we get like the weather changes, which is the alert, like there's an emergency of stuff going on. I'm really curious to see what all the events are. Personally, this one was like the sky changed and there was like a meteor shower. I don't know if there's a picture in here, but there was like a meteor shower when this was happening, and then they gotta like get together. Top is filled, which fulfills everybody doing their mission. The emergency ends. Each step will give rewards, but extra rewards at the end. Another thing, mecha operations. So yeah, there's this thing that happens. So that's pretty cool. Like you're on plane and all of a sudden this emergency event, this randomness, right? I think is important. You need random events happening, especially in MMOs. Whether it's gathering, crafting, or battle content, whatever. It's always nice to have random things happen. It's like, oh crap, this is happening. You tell your buddies it's happening. I wish they would do some random stuff in Island Sanctuary. Personally, I've been saying that to maybe get if random events happen. Like in Animal Crossing, random people come to your island and chit chat. I would like to see an Island Sanctuary random. Like a random person shows up and he can start like this mission thing or whatever, so you can go check your island more. I haven't been checking my island much anymore. Kind of like on pause right now. I did go pretty hard. I got quite a bit of money stacked, but yeah, I don't really keep up with it too much anymore. Anyways, let's get back into the Cosmic Exploration, which is the mix. Supposedly the mix that you can get. You have to get like this ticket thing. I think there's only 5 people that can be in mix. And you go onto these mech ops missions, which if you don't have a mech, then you get to kind of be the noob player, I guess. Well, not really noob, but like just the unlucky one, right? Which is, oh yeah, right here, where you're just mining these things down, and then the mech gets the blast, right? So these are like mech operations that you get sent to and all that. As there's an RG crystal, shoot crystal normally. We have an extra return here, Cosmo return. So you go out, you do the missions, and then you guys got to help each other build a town. There is a new dye, which is some kind of like green-ish. I don't know. It's like crystal green, metallic cobalt green. So I wonder if it's like a shiny green or something like that. But anyways, they have this reward structure where it's Gamba, which I guess you're going to spend your money in Gamba in here, which I do like this personally. I think this is kind of fun. Especially if, you hit big, which, Yoshi P supposedly hit pretty big here. So you got it in the first shot, which is, I think with a mount, which I don't know exactly what mount it will be. Maybe it's the car mount. I don't know. But there's a car mount, But yeah, I like this as well. Get the RNG rewards as you go through. I think that'd be really fun. Cosmic Fortunes, a lottery system featuring various items. Again, okay, so yeah, this one's your lotto. So if you can win the lottery, and this one is where you turn in like various rewards and stuff like that. So yeah, I got the mech ops. As mentioned, I selected take a return. So yeah, I'm very curious about this. This is also exciting too, where the Star Contributor Award. So this is gonna be like the rankings of it. So I don't know how Ishkan Restoration worked, but it's gonna be like 24 hours. There's a period 24 hours in the rest period. So you get to enjoy, like, if you're number 1 or whatever. They have like the Sarkar 2 and 3. But yeah, so yeah, and you'll get like this like aura around you for like showing off like you are the number 1 in the cosmic exploration. So yeah, this effectively gets the reward for first place for 14 days. So you'll get 14 days to show off the most 7 people at the same time. So what? So yeah, I think it's the 7 top people. If you don't want to stand out ever getting first, you can click off the buff and appear. So yeah, so 7 people will have this, and your models will be up here too. So it's like who's the top players for this week, you know. So yeah, very, very cool. I like this stuff a lot. It's very, very cool to show. And, you know, auras is kind of a cool reward. I wonder if they'll like add more auras and like certain other pieces of content. I think this is the first. If you guys know any other moments where a person aura, I don't think so. I think this is the first for 14. You can level on level 10, which I will be leveling here because I haven't done my crafters and gatherers yet. So, and then the tool enhancement quests will be here as well, which I think the relics, right? I have never done a crafting or gathering relic yet. I've only done like the battle ones, so eventually I'll get to them, but I just haven't got to them yet. You can accept when the cosmic exploration starts. Don't forget. And it is through servers as well, so everyone has a different server. So it'll be a race to which server gets first, you know, on finishing the whole upgrade. I wonder how long. I'm very curious. I don't know how Ishgard Restoration, how long that lasted to get like fully upgraded, but I wonder how long this one is to get fully upgraded. I'm very curious how long. I mean, they gotta have some kind of gauge, right? Especially because they had Ishgard Restoration, so like I wonder how long they were aiming for this. Obviously, it depends on how many players and how many people are working on it, stuff like that. So, and then we are supposed to, which I think this is pretty good, is that we're supposed to get one of these each patch. So yeah, we're gonna get a lot of content, especially like going forward here, because like we started here, right? But when we get 7.3, let's say that we get like deep dungeon and we get criteria dungeon and ultimate, and then we got this new planet, and then Crescent Moon, we know we're not getting anything 7.3. But like, let's say we get like just that alone. There's probably other stuff as well. Obviously MSQ, probably another dungeon, extreme. Then you get the planet, and you get the deep dungeon, and you get the criteria dungeon. Right there'd be a lot, and this will add on, you know. So yeah, it sucks that it's taken this long. I wish, because the biggest thing is everyone's talking about the patch cycle stuff, right? To me, it's like, I think they really needed to have Cosmic Exploration or Crescent Moon start at 7.1. I think a lot more people would be happy, because if you did not raid in 7.1, that was the thing. Like, people that don't raid in the game, there wasn't much to do, so you haven't had much to do, right? And the big complaints have been the patch cycle. So hopefully they learn from this, that going into 8.0, maybe, they're getting a lot of feedback right now, all right? And hopefully they listen with 8.0 coming, because they're not gonna be able to change it now. It's too late, as in like patch cycle through the expansion. They need the new content up way earlier, not in the middle. It just takes too long, because everyone gets excited for the new stuff. So like Beastmaster, it sucks for Beastmaster. We're probably gonna have to wait for like 7.4, 7.5, right? I don't know for sure, but that's just the case. But that sucks, because it's like I'm really excited about it, but I have to literally wait like 2 years until I get to play it. And then the Cosmic Exploration, it has been almost a year since Dawn Trail has been out. That is a long time for the new exciting stuff, right? They really, really need to fix that part. Sorry, it's a little tangent, but it is a big thing that people are talking about. And for me personally, well, I'll talk about it a little bit later, but that is my, that's what I'm just like thinking. Like they really need to get that new stuff earlier on in the expansions, because a lot of people are, you know, are upset, and it's true. This is too long, you know, for the new thing. All right, now we got the Occult Crescent, which I'm very excited for this as well. Yeah, excellent. And then some way through, we'll have a new deep dungeon that can be used for leveling of jobs. So yeah, he just saying like, because they're not leveling. So Basha, you were able to level. It kind of seems like maybe this is a back and forth thing because Eureka, you didn't level. Basha, you leveled. And now this one, we're not being able to level. But they're going to have the deep dungeon leveling. But if I remember correctly, the last deep dungeon was like terrible for leveling. Which I feel like House of the Dead was not good for leveling either. So... And Heaven on High is good for leveling. So I don't know. And then this one's supposed to be the leveling deep dungeon. It seems like there's a pattern there. I don't know if, am I wrong? You mentioned down below, but it seems like there's a pattern for the deep dungeons and the field operation content. Or which one's leveling, which one's not. Which, I'm going to be honest with you, there is a lot of things to level even right now. So like, I'm not against this one, like, you know. And this is going to be like your relic as well. So you're going to have other things to do in here as well. But I doesn't really bother me that there isn't leveling in this personally, because, well, one, I'm almost done with leveling, but there's quite a lot of things you can do leveling right now. If you got like Fates, you can do the Alliance raid, the Endwalker one, which you go to like level 97, which gives you a lot of experience. Yeah, Fates, that, the Alliance raid, obviously Roulettes, I don't know, like the dungeon grind, but I don't know. There's quite a bit that you can do. Oh, and then the rep quest, which gives a lot of experience as well. I don't know. There's quite a bit, and if they're going to add the deep dungeon, that's going to be another thing. So, yeah, I don't know. Unless you wanted leveling in here compared to the deep dungeon, that's fair too. That's a fair argument. I'll give you that. That's fair. But yeah, then you get the knowledge level. You reach level 5, there'll be a death penalty if you return to the base without being raised. So yeah, we are getting death penalties, which I guess was in Eureka. So you guys know, I haven't done Eureka yet. I will get there eventually. But I've done Bajra, like a lot of Bajra. I really enjoyed Bajra. But this seems like this is going towards more Eureka, where Bajra was a lot of like fate grinding. So they place weather NPC here, but so yeah, we start here and we get these like phantom jobs. And it seems like we have to level each phantom job, and it even seems, if I scroll down, that you have these make sure it shows in my OBS here. It shows like these support actions. So there's like a level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4, and there's some support traits at level 2. So it seems like we get like a few things on here, like multiple actions. Which I'm trying to see if it was like here. There's the level 5 and level 10 support action here. That's like the 2 abilities, but I think there's like multiple abilities is what it looks like, because this one even looks different too. Oh no, it's the same. Okay. But yeah, so yeah, we got like multiple actions, whatever, which one you have here. Obviously, I can't read what this is, but this is the Phantom Time Age level 3 abilities that you can get. And that's level 6 there. So yeah, you're gonna have to like pretty much level, but I wonder what the highest level is for these. Maybe level 20. Like, I don't think they even said what the highest level will be. But yeah, you can rotate. You can pick. So like, yeah, right here, there's 5 abilities. So you get to choose which ones. So which ones you want to rotate. You use the comment one. This is for Phantom Time Mage. It's only level 3. So there's 5 abilities. Was that like accelerated time there? I think this is good. I'm really excited for this. I think this is really, really cool. We made the support action ring. You can pick which one it rotates. Okay. So yeah, then you can it's right here actually that you can rotate the abilities, which is interesting. So can you use all of them then? In a way, but you have to like rotate them? I wonder. Also, random mods will be too interesting. I'll show you some random mods. Will be too interesting, I think. I walked a bit during the test stream. Yeah, and it looks like there's no zones. You know, like in Bajra, there's like 3 areas where you had to progress, but I think you can pick up all of these right away. Walking. I did like this as well. I just think this is good for like MMOs, that you have to walk onto where the fate is going to happen. Yeah, so see, you need to stand in the pulsing circle to encounter it, and starting with everyone that's standing in the area. This is also a place where you can form like parties. So I think it's, you know, instead of queuing up like a Bajra is where you have to queue up for the fates, whatever, and then go in. This one you actually have to run to the place, so it makes the world dangerous around, you know, like it's very active. Hopefully you get there on time. So I don't know. I like it personally, just the challenge. But yeah, he's just showing off critical encounters and stuff like that. A lot of these boss encounters prepared. I do think some of them are quite difficult. Even if I shouted for a raise, I'm the only one here. You just rose from the dead. Well, it's a dev server. Depending on the support jobs, some affected parties, so there will be a variety of ways to use them. So yeah, and then they showed field notes, but people will go back and pause the VOD. Experience to change, so we got the experience when you kill multiple. You can do group farming and stuff like that to level. I'm like I said, very curious what the total level is going to be on this for knowledge level and because the knowledge level is different than oh yeah, and they said when you group up that it will sink down to your level. So if like someone's like a high level and a low level, it will sink down to, I think they use level 6 and level 3. So, and it went down to level 5 for you, for the group. So it sinks down. So, which is good because then your friend is like really ahead of you and you can't really play then because like, well, you're stuck back here. You're going to have to level up to catch up to me. And it kind of does a good thing personally. So I think that's a good thing for this. Where are the heals? But yeah, they're showing the chain XP and stuff like that. Obviously faints, critical encounters. We will have the big old tower raid as well, which you need a key to get in, which to drop and then be able to yeah, they're ciphers right here. Yeah, when 16 or more players use the ciphers as destination location, an ether node will activate, teleporting them into the tower hall for a brief period. More than 48 players will be standing upon the ether node. Players will randomly select for teleportation. Those using the cipher will have a higher chance of being selected. So, yep. So you can, once there's enough 16 people, then you can pretty much start the raid up, and then whoever can get in. If you have a cipher, you get a more chance to get in. So, some jobs can bypass those and raise, so we'll need to have support jobs prepared. You do not need to finish the story to enter this. We expect the prog to take a bit. The first clear is to having very serious discussion about mechanics. There are many hidden rooms now for other features. There's treasures in the wilds that you can find. These are all personal. Feel free to open them when you find them. They're just like randomly magic pots, which rescue magic pots from monsters and other elixirs to receive. Also, I don't think they really told us how to get the other phantom jobs. If I remember correctly, I think there's just going to be like certain things we're going to have to do, maybe certain levels we have to hit, or they're just randomly out there. I don't know. But that will be a fun thing to figure out as we go. But yeah, the weapon enhancement story / content will also unlock in the field exploration, the phantom weapon. Jobware, clear some sort of content. That's all I can say. So yeah, Relic will be here as well. There's a lot I want to show, but it'll be taking away some of the fun for exploration. You might think about what support job to pick at first. You will have them all anyway, so it doesn't matter. We will skip 7.3 for a Golden Crescent update because we have Deep Dungeon. And 7.x will have another field and, well, another forked tower. So yeah, we're getting the 7.25, and then we're going to get more phantom jobs in 7.4. And then we're going to get the new area and the new phantom jobs in 7.5. So 7.5 update will have a similar volume to the initial release of 7.2. So it's going to be like the big update. But this should keep us pretty busy, especially with the relic grinds. If you're like me who likes to do all the collection stuff and grind for that stuff, I will be there. So and then they showed off some more gear, which I like this wolf one quite a lot. This one's kind of cool too. You got Captain Crunch here as well. So not saying where to get this, but this is pretty glam. Okay. And then he's going to show mounts and minions, which all look very cool. Very interesting, which, you know, I'll put them on the collection list here. Make a little guide video for all y'all when I get them, where I find them. Big old car mount. We have the car, another car mount. Yeah, it's the second one, I think. So, all right. Do you think it's a 4-seater though? I don't know if that's a 4-seater. It might be a 2-seater. It doesn't look like it'd be a 4-seater. Might just be 1-seater, but I think he would have said if it was like a 4 or 2-seater though, to be fair. Then you get the mech, which that should be cosmic exploration, right? Don't know where this big old airship would be. Personally, I don't know. This is the new wing one, which I think is really cool. I like the sword in the back personally. I actually might go for, I mean, I will go for all of them, but I actually might do this extreme. It looks really, really fun. But you do need the grind 99 tomes. Well, you don't have to. It's just like the if you don't get it beforehand, you will eventually get it. Either you do 99 runs or you get it before that if you get the drop, right? So, oh yeah, then the big one is when you sprint runs out, you'll be jogging from now on. So now you can literally, when you start your mounting process, you can literally keep running. You don't have to stop and mount, right? It will mount up as a jog, so which is good. It's just been a long time. I think he even did the meme with it's been 10 years or whatever. Yeah, and then we got the big old schedule. So I think people are having a hard time with this. For me personally, this doesn't bother me as much. My criticism is I would have liked Cosmic Exploration. I talked about it earlier. I want Cosmic Exploration or Crescent Moon in 7.1. I'm having more problem with where the content is released. Because people are saying, why not release, Occult Crescent and, like, why not release all this at the beginning? But if we do that, then 2 months from now, you've done all this content, then you have 2 months of nothing. I don't know, because that's like ARPGs, right? ARPGs, they release all the content right away. And a month and a half, and I'm not someone that plays 10 hours a day. I get, to the point where I've pretty much played everything and then I'm kind of done. But, and then I just wait for obviously the next patch or whatever. But I don't know, in an MMO, like, ARPGs are different because it resets the whole economy and everything. But I don't know. I think this is pretty spaced out for people that, that don't have much time or do have a lot of time, where, like, you got Savage. Savage will take like a few weeks, because when Savage comes out, you will have 3 weeks until the Cosmic Exploration comes out. Now, I get it, if you don't raid, then yeah, it's 1 month. So I definitely get the complaints and criticisms, but I don't know. I don't know. To me, I think this is well spaced out for people to want to focus and like die hard into this content that people are really, really excited about. Instead of, like, if we have the Cosmic Exploration and Raiders, then it's like, well, I want to raid, but I really want to try the Cosmic Exploration, or the opposite, where you just want to go hard at Cosmic Exploration and then do the raid after. But then, you don't get that we're all doing this at one time kind of thing. So yeah, I don't know. To me, this patch cycle doesn't bother me too much. My criticisms is I would like to have one of these, or like just new content in 7.1, at least 7.1 or 7.0 would be awesome. Now 7.0, they have like the big MSQ that takes like 40 hours. It takes quite a while to get through, right? And then you got like some, like, the Fate stuff, the raid and stuff like that. They have quite a bit at the point, or the expansion release. So I think like 7.1 is the sweet mark where they really need like the new content to be really excited about, because everyone's excited for the new job, because you got the new jobs. I don't know about 8.0 though, because we're not supposed to be leveling past 100. So I don't really know, because as I say, you have all your jobs to level and stuff like that. They might have a different leveling thing for 8.0. We'll have to see. They don't want to go past level 100, but you'd usually have like all your jobs to level, crafters and gatherers and stuff like that. And then you'd have the MSQ, the raiding, some like side stuff, right? I think they have the role quests. They have quite a bit in the 0.0 patches, the expansion release patches, but I think they need 7.1. It has to have one of the new things. So that's where my criticism is. To me, I get it. People are still waiting. I definitely 100% agree that, like, for these two to come out like a year later is just too long. I think it has to be 7.1. But I'm just saying, in this schedule as it is, it does not bother me that much. But this should have been earlier. But the way they're spreading out in like the patch itself doesn't bother me. It's just this content should have been earlier into the expansion, because it's just too long, and then people have been waiting for it, right? I'm very excited for Beastman. When they announced Beastman, I'm like, yes, but then I heard like, oh, it's probably not gonna come until 7.4 or 7.5, and it's like, dang, I have 2 years to wait for, actually, even though I'm excited for it. I got like 2 years to wait, and that's just a crappy feeling. So that's why I said I hope they bring whatever the brand new stuff is, should be the focus. So, but that's just how I feel about it right now. Definitely comment down below. I just been seeing people talking about it. It's been like the hot topic, right? So I don't know. This is how I'm feeling about it. And yeah, I mean, look at this. It even has 84 dislikes here for thumbs down and 73 like, yeah, and cry. And yeah. So I get it. I get the frustration. But yeah, that's just my feelings on it right now. I mean, it helps me personally right now because I have Last Epoch and PoE 2. I know if you only play Final Fantasy 14, you don't care, but for me, it does help. But I totally get why people are upset about it. So totally fair. And then, yeah, then they just had the, the good old merchandise stuff here as well. So yeah, that is pretty much it for the live letter. Me overall, I'm very excited to get in here. Yes, the content should have been on earlier. I definitely agree. But yeah, I'm very excited. I think Crescent Moon and Cosmic Exploration. Like I said, I have never played on a brand new Baja or Ishgard Restoration kind of content. So this is a first for me. I've never been there at the beginning. So it's gonna be exciting for when everyone goes in at the same time. Very excited about that. So yeah, if you guys want to comment, like, and subscribe down below, I'd appreciate it. This whole channel cover Final Fantasy 14 stuff. I do have a PoE 2 channel if you guys want to check that out as well. Talking about the PoE 2 stuff. But yeah, I play MMOs, play ARPGs. I like grinding games, like the grind. So, but yeah, and if you guys want to check me out, twitch.tv/oldish22, you can. I appreciate it. Thank you all again this is kind of a long video, but thank you all again for watching, and I will see you all on the next one. Bye.